Yo, what's happening, people? It's your boy Griggs, and welcome back to Griggs Talks. Welcome back to another video. Today, I wasn't planning on going live, but this morning we obviously woke up to some news regarding Marcus Rashford, and as one of the last remaining Rashford supporters on this platform, I figured I gotta do him the justice to speak about Marcus Rashford as he's set to leave Manchester United on loan to Aston Villa, and we actually also have some breaking news regarding Aston Villa that we're looking at a certain player from Aston Villa, but I'll discuss that a little bit later down the line. The beginning of the video is just going to be about Marcus Rashford, the whole saga, where it all went wrong, all that kind of stuff. So before we get into all that, make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe, and let's get into big up my boy Mustafa already in the building. And yeah, Marcus Rashford to Aston Villa. Not something I expected. That was not on my bingo card for the potential departure for Marcus Rashford and where he would go. Obviously, we started the winter with AC Milan. I think that was the first club I really thought, okay, you know what, that makes a lot of sense. Then obviously Borussia Dortmund kind of got involved in the sweepstakes. Barcelona got involved. I'm like, you know what, that makes the most sense for him because obviously we've heard Rashford speak in the past about how much he loves Barcelona, and if he were to leave Manchester United, Barcelona would be the first club that would be on the top of his wish list to depart to. And then yeah, we also got some what's it called, like Spurs apparently got involved, but that was never going to happen. Let's be realistic. I never saw Marcus Rashford leaving for another Big Six club, even though Spurs is as probably the most relevant to Manchester United. There's no rivalry there or anything like that. But was the mic bad? Oh, my bad. I think we were connected to the wrong mic. It's better now, Nathan. But yeah, I never really thought of Aston Villa, but it looks like Aston Villa obviously is the winner. Thank you. It's not Aston Villa, and before I speak about the move, I'm gonna talk about like in terms of like where it all went wrong. Obviously, with Rashford, this all started apparently after the little interview he did with not Henry, is it Henry Winter? No, Henry Winter's Henry Winter's the one that he asked the interview to, where he said that he's looking for a new challenge. Obviously, it didn't go down well with a lot of people. I didn't really particularly feel any way about it. Players look for new challenges all the time, especially someone like Marcus Rashford, where it's been felt like his time at Manchester United has been done. It feels like for almost a year now. Like last year, it kind of felt like he was just there. Obviously, he started the FA Cup final, won the FA Cup. Probably would have been a good time for him to depart on a high, but obviously, it looks like no suitable offers came in the summer. And then ever since the summer, it's gone everything but that uphill. It's been the downhill like slope ever since then. Started the season well, then kind of got played out of position. The whole Ten Hag sacking. Amorim came in. It's clear that Amorim maybe doesn't like Rashford's maybe off the field incidents in terms of like Rashford likes to go out a lot, all that kind of, allegedly, all that kind of stuff. And I think it all came to a head with the training and everything, and the interview didn't help his case. And from then on, it's been a whole media circus. I think the club have handled it wrong. I think Amorim has handled it wrong. I think Rashford has handled it wrong because he probably should have known that if he comes out publicly saying those comments, especially after getting dropped for a Manchester derby, it's only going to look bad on him. In terms of the coach, as much as like Amorim's coaching-wise, tactically, all that kind of stuff, in interviews, I said this on site yesterday, he's a kind of a green light when it comes to interviews. He just speaks from the heart, and he speaks whatever's on his mind, which can be a good thing, but can also be a bad thing, especially when you're the coach of Manchester United. The media is on your case no matter what. Every single word that you say, the media is going to find ways to twist it around. And Amorim is a very emotional guy, so he says a lot of emotional stuff, and that can be taken out of context. For example, the goalkeeping thing, where he said he'd rather play goalkeeping coach and play someone that's not training. Automatically, the media use that as a way to attack Rashford. Amorim's got to be smarter than that, and hopefully that's something he learns as he grows as coach for Manchester United. And for the club, the fact that they probably it doesn't even look like they try to mediate between the coach and the player. When you have your most popular player, the biggest name you have, the one that's the biggest name in the media, and you don't really try to mediate that, you don't try to shut down it, you just kind of add more fuel to the fire, it's created more of a media circus than it ever needed to be. There's a reason why Amorim keeps getting asked 85 questions about Marcus Rashford, because the club have kind of allowed it to go to that. So yeah, also Mustafa, yeah, I am gonna watch the Royal Rumble later, most likely. Big up Andy as well. So yeah, it's just the whole situation that went haywire. In terms of fans, it is what it is. Rashford him and Bruno have been the most polarizing players at Manchester United. They have a fan base that loves them, and there's also part of the fan base that dislikes them. They blame them for maybe the failures the past 3 years because they've been the biggest players. What's it called? They've been the biggest players, probably the most important players, and we've been bad with them. So obviously, it looks like Said has rated me with the McKenna hype. It's been a bad it was a bad day for McKenna Nation. Ipswich are probably going down. It is what it is. I think McKenna's still a top coach, and he'll probably get a job anyway. But anyway, it's not about McKenna. Marcus Rashford, yeah. So it is what it is. In terms of Marcus Rashford, I'll know what I'll remember Marcus Rashford as. I'll remember him the same way I view Martial, the same way I view Paul Pogba, the same way I might even view Bruno Fernandes. In certain situations, not as much as the other three. I'll view them as maybe the two to four guys that gave us any semblance of hope in the past decade. When United really didn't want to give us hope, we were so bad. But it's those three got us excited. In terms of Martial, Pogba, Rashford, those three gave us something to believe in. There were three people that I think the club should have built better upon of. They failed all three of them, in my opinion. I think they failed Paul Pogba. Obviously, he was arguably the best midfielder in the world when he walked into the building, and he walked out being hated for no reason because the club didn't know how to play him properly. Martial obviously was a golden boy talent. The whole Sanchez transfer saga kind of ruined him, the jersey, all that kind of stuff. And Marcus Rashford, I've always said Marcus Rashford should have been a lifer at Manchester United. Lifers are very, not as common anymore in football, but when you look at Marcus Rashford, his whole story and all that kind of stuff, I know people always say story hype, but when you look at Marcus Rashford, imagine saying like in 2018 that Marcus Rashford would be leaving Manchester United at 27 years old when he's meant to be hitting his prime. You never would have imagined it, right? I would have never imagined it. And it's a shame that it's come to this. I always say you either die a hero or you become the villain, and it's clear Marcus Rashford became the villain at his time. I mentioned that, and Mustafa, I never really turned on Marcus Rashford. I'll always support Marcus Rashford. In terms of playing wise, I do think he lost a yard of pace. I think playing all through all those injuries and all that kind of stuff was terrible for him, and he got injured, and obviously physical levels declined. I think mentally, he's also declined as well. Not declined. Mentally, he gets into his head a lot. I think his entourage is bad for him. No disrespect to them. So it's a lot of issues. And Marcus Rashford, in my opinion, should have been better than he is. He should have been way better. He had a lot of given talent, the ball striking, the pace, the power, the skills. He had a lot of stuff, but he put it together for a couple seasons, but it never consistently. The fact that he had a 30-goal season 2 years ago and he didn't build upon that, it was cooked from that moment. We'll see what happens at Aston Villa. I'm gonna talk about how I see him viewing at Aston Villa, but yeah, man, I think he let himself down. I think the club let him down, and it got into a situation that led to this, and it's sad for the club. It's sad for Marcus Rashford. It's sad for fans that obviously love him because he kind of lived our dream, right? He's a boyhood Manchester United fan. He was born in Manchester. He turned down Manchester City when he was 11 to play for Man United, all that kind of stuff. He always wanted to be a Manchester United player, and we all had that dream, right? We all dreamed when we played football, when we were little as United fans, that we would one day make it at Manchester United. So he lived our dreams. But you know what? Sometimes your dream has to come to a halt, and his dream clearly has come to a halt, and now he's leaving. In terms of going to Aston Villa, I think, honestly, it's a better move than AC Milan and Dortmund would have been, because I look at Aston Villa. First of all, they're in Champions League football. They're in the top 8, so they're guaranteed to be playing in the round of 16. So Marcus Rashford is back in Champions League football, a place where he's had memorable moments. We all remember the nights in Paris, both of them. He's going to play for a coach in Unai Emery who has platformed attackers before. We see what he's done with Ollie Watkins. Ollie Watkins is obviously a decent striker at Brentford and stuff like that, but he's taken Ollie Watkins to being wanted by Arsenal for 60 mil, who's a title contender. You look at Danjuma, what he did with him at Villarreal. You look at his days with PSG, Cavani, all that kind of stuff. Sevilla days, I don't remember exactly who their striker was, but he's had a good track record with striking. Even our Arsenal, Lacazette and Aubameyang got good numbers under Emery. So he knows how to deal with forwards. And I think Marcus Rashford, that's a good coach for Marcus Rashford to go to. It's also good because Unai Emery is a very strict coach. He's not very lenient. He doesn't bullshit. And I think Marcus Rashford needs that. He needs someone to basically tell him, yo, you're too talented to be like this. So yeah, I think it should be good for him. Obviously, Ollie Watkins apparently got hurt today, so that might ruin Mark Rashford in the beginning. John Durant has left, so there is a spot for him next to maybe Ollie Watkins. Maybe he plays off the left where Jacob Ramsey plays. I personally, if I were Unai Emery, the way I would use Marcus Rashford is I would use him as a split striker next to Ollie Watkins. I think you could get the best out of Marcus Rashford there. Off the left, based on the way that the players that they've used there, it requires a lot of P&P. It requires a lot of work. And I think obviously Marcus Rashford, we've had questions about his work rate, valid questions about his work rate. But I think it's a good club for him to go to. Obviously, it's not Barcelona, which I know he wanted. It's Aston Villa, but let's not scoff at Aston Villa in 2025. They're in the Champions League, like I said. They made the top 8. They're fighting for the top 4 in the Premier League. I don't know if I think they're probably still in the FA Cup, so it's good for him. And play your ass off for the next 6 months. And Barcelona will probably be there in the summer again for a permanent bid. There was reports of them wanting to maybe get him permanently. And I know Aston Villa are getting a buy option. I don't think he'll be at Aston Villa next year. I do think if he performs, which I expect him to, I do think a bigger club will come in for him, like a Barcelona. I think for some reason, I just feel like Marcus Rashford is going to be at Barcelona. Ansu Fati will probably be off the books in the summer. Eric Garcia will be off the books. Christensen. They'll be able to get players off the books, and they'll be able to bring Marcus Rashford in. And I think that's where his destiny lies right now. But with Aston Villa, we'll see. Obviously, I do agree with you, Benjamin. I think he'll probably be coming off the bench to start with at Aston Villa. He has to get acclimated to the system. But I think the way Emery plays football, the way he coaches football, I think Marcus Rashford would be really good there. We're gonna have Morgan Rogers behind him as well. It's a good fit for him. I'm really happy he was lucky enough because he kind of burned all the other clubs to wait for Barcelona, and Barcelona almost burned him. But he got lucky with the Aston Villa move that it materialized. And for Aston Villa, I mean, I don't think they ever thought that they would be able to land Manchester United's maybe not best player, but you know what I'm talking about. Maybe the highest wage earner at Manchester United. I don't think Villa ever thought that could ever happen to them because, like I said, you look at the clubs that were in for Marcus Rashford, they're a lot bigger names, but they're able to get him to. It could be to Villa's luck, and we'll see what happens with them. They're probably not going to win the Champions League. The biggest name for sure. They're not going to win the Champions League, but you never know, man. Marcus Rashford actually does have, unironically, a really good Champions League record, and we'll see if he's built for those moments again. Unfortunately, well, maybe fortunately, he will not be playing against United on the final day of the season. I know we do play them in the last game of the season at Old Trafford, but he's not allowed to play that game because of the loan rules, which I still think are very stupid. Because if a club loans a player out, they should still be allowed to play against said club. The club didn't want them theoretically, so why should that player not get to play? Any report on how much of his wages they're paying? Apparently, it's a good chunk. Aston Villa, by the way, are very rich. I know a lot of people are like, some people were asking like, how Aston Villa afforded Marcus Rashford. Bro, I think Villa have like the 3rd or 4th richest owner in the country. We have seen them spend a lot of bread over the past couple of years and retooling Emery's vision and building him a squad after what happened with Gerrard and all that kind of stuff, after they barely survived relegation. So, yeah, man, I think they're loaded and they're going to probably pay a good bunch of Marcus Rashford's wages. Probably that's why United also added the buy option. But, yeah, man, it's going to be interesting. Do you think if he does get on loan, he could come back and play for us next season? No, and I don't want him to come back to play for us next season. I want the Marcus Rashford story with Manchester United to be over. I'm going to be real. It's just a hassle to be still talking about it. The fact that we're on February 1st, the deadline's on Monday, and that it took this long. The guy hasn't been part of the squad in a month and a half. It's over. Especially with Amorim as a coach, and Amorim's not going anywhere. And United were right to side with the coach over the player. And they were right to side with Ruben Amorim. It's meant to be a new dawn at Manchester United. And unfortunately for Marcus Rashford, he was part of a bad dawn at United in terms of the past 3-4 years, and it's time to move on. Especially if the coach doesn't go eye to eye with him. I know a lot of people talk about like Bruno Fernandes should be next and stuff like that. The only difference is Bruno is clearly in sync with the coach. There is a relationship there. There's a mutual respect between the others, between each other. So there's a little different, and he's also the captain. But yeah, I think with Marcus Rashford, the story between him and Manchester United needs to be over. If it's Villa doing the buy option, if it's another club coming in to buy him, it's over at Manchester United. So yeah, it is what it is. It should be the same way that it was when it should be the opposite of what happened with Martial Sevilla. Martial's time at United probably should have been over after Sevilla. Once the Sevilla loan materialized, it wasn't. He had to come back and United can offload him. I hope that that's not the case with Marcus Rashford. It's time to move on, unfortunately. So yeah, don't bring him back. But yeah, man, it's going to be interesting. I'm going to be keeping a close eye on it, and I'm going to be rooting for Aston Villa in the Champions League at least. And honestly, in the Premier League, because the Nike United are fighting for top 4 anyway. What the hell? We're fighting for top 10. So yeah, man, I hope he kills it for himself and he gets that move to Barcelona, because I really want to see him at Barcelona. I want to see what that front three could look like, how he rotates in there and being able to play with a Lamine. And I think being in that atmosphere, with such talented players around him, I would hope motivates him to up his levels, because part of the reason I think and this is no excuse for Marcus Rashford, because if this was his mental approach to it, it's very poor. But I do think the more and more the guys left at United, the Martials, the Pogbas, even maybe like the way the situation handled with Sancho, losing a Matic, losing his boy McTominay, I do think that took a mental toll on him. Seeing all those guys, seeing all like your the best guys you've ever played with, right? Seeing them leave and them not being replaced properly. I do think if I'm a top player, I understand in some way how that you'd be like, yo, what the hell is going on over here? Obviously the top players just move on and be like, yo, whatever. But maybe for him it's a little different because of his attachment to the club. So yeah. Ten Hag was linked with Dortmund, but he didn't get the job. Niko Kovac got the job. So yeah, I would have done hate watches for Erik Ten Hag though, because I really, as a person, I wish the best for him, but as a coach, I wish the absolute worst for him because of the way he made me go through Manchester United. And the reason why I'm mentioning that are this bad right now, actually, what's it called? Oh, it's probably because of Erik Ten Hag. You're surprised that Emery decided to accept Rashford? I mean, Emery's worked with big names before. He's worked with Neymar and Mbappe before. He's worked with Aubameyang. He's worked with Lacazette and stuff like that. Ozil. I don't understand the thing with Rashford and like the attitude and stuff like that, but I also do think he just needs a coach that that'll just kind of not baby him, but like could motivate him, give him the confidence and stuff like that. He clearly needs that kind of mentor in a sense, and I think Emery is a good coach for that. Because Emery also keep him humble. Because let's not forget, because it's not like Unai Emery's some random coach. Unai Emery's a top coach. He has European pedigree. He's had success everywhere he's gone except Arsenal, but that's another story for another day. He'll be fine. I think they'll be fine. Yeah, but also one of the names that we are linked with in terms of replacing Marcus Rashford is Mathys Tel. And I'm going to talk about Leon Bailey a little bit later because that link makes absolutely no fucking sense to me. But Mathys Tel, right? I think we were linked with him in the summer as well, or even maybe like last winter when Bayern had been kind of trying to offload him because he wasn't fitting into Tuchel's plans. Then obviously Tuchel left. Then Vincent Kompany came in. Also doesn't seem to fit in Vincent Kompany's plans, which only kind of raised a little bit of a red flag. That's multiple coaches that he don't fit in the system. But anyway, I'm gonna try to see past that and just look at the talent that's there, the background that's there. He's from the Rene Academy, and the Rene Academy is absolutely beautiful. So yeah, I do think Mathys Tel has a lot of talent. I do think he's a good replacement for Marcus Rashford in terms of profile. He offers you a lot what Marcus Rashford can offer you, but he's a lot younger. Has a lot more energy. He's more fresher. Doesn't have that kind of baggage in a sense. So it's good from that perspective. I understand why people maybe don't want Mathys Tel because, what's it called? Maybe the age. Maybe I understand why United fans want maybe a little bit more proven players. Like Matheus Cunha is the dream, right? Everyone wants Matheus Cunha. I want Matheus Cunha. Said wants Matheus Cunha. I'm sure Amorim wants Matheus Cunha. But Matheus Cunha also just signed a contract extension today, which does have a release clause, which is good for Newcastle United. But he's also going to cost a lot of money. And we're not the only club in for Matheus Cunha. Arsenal are going to be wanting him. Maybe fucking Liverpool want him. I don't know. Well, the dream would be worse. Well, you know what? Sometimes there's some dreams that I don't even attempt to dream because they're so unrealistic. And Florian Wirtz is one of them. So Yeah, I think Mathys Tel loan with option. I think loan with option would be the best. The permanent, I don't want to sign him permanently because I don't. He's very raw. I don't know what he's gonna give me. I would love to see him for 6 months and really assess what he can offer us. And if it's really good, then yeah, go trigger that option. But if it's bad, you just send him back to Bayern and go get someone that's more proven. An Acuna, a Semenyo, multiple people. Griggs, you don't. I've had enough of Delict, bro. Honestly, I'm tired of talking about Matej Delict. It's not that I don't rate Mathys Tel. I just think he's mid. And United fans, this past summer, I think we had a very mid window, but a lot of people want to gas up mid. They wanted to gas up Ugarte. They wanted to gas up Tel. And before I continue, shout out Sam Ritchie for the super chat. Tell his brother Rashford, but be concerned if he stays longer than 6 months. I'm a little confused by that. In terms of he stayed long term. Yeah, I mean, I guess from a sense, yeah, we probably do better than Mathys Tel, but you never know. The kid's 19, so you don't know what he can end up being. He's got a lot of good physical tools, great ball striking, quick, like I said. Yeah, man. For y'all, maybe. I just think when I look at the center back market across Europe, I think it's a very stacked position. I just don't think he's really all of that. In my opinion, I think when I look at United and the money they have that's available to spend, which is not that much, as we're clearly seeing we're broke, I would love to get players that I think are just better than mid. I think Delict's serviceable. He's not shit, but he's also not great or / good. That's my issue. There's no ceiling. I know what I'm going to get out of Delict. There's no bright spot to look forward to. Like Lenny Yoro, yeah, Delict might be better than Lenny Yoro right now. Obviously, as he should be. Lenny Yoro's only 18. I would expect the 25-year-old center back to be better than the 18-year-old. But I know with Yoro, the upside there, the ceiling's there, the long-term future. With Delict, I see, and also the thing with Delict is he doesn't scream confidence to me. He doesn't make the people next to him confident. He invokes chaos in a sense. It's the same issue that I also have with Harry Maguire in a sense. They're not comfy. They scream chaos. They scream negative. They scream like danger. I don't like that in my center back. My center back is meant to invoke calmness into the squad, into his defense. When the ball goes to Delict, I'm scared because I don't know what he's gonna do. I mean, I do. He's gonna pass it safe, but he's got a bozo gene. He's too rash, all that kind of stuff. So that's from that perspective. That's why I Delict. Is he a solid center back? Can he do the job? Yeah. But at the same time, you know what I call that? I just straight up call that mid. It's the same with Ugarte. Ugarte's mid. He's a great ball winner, shin kicker. Yeah, that's great. But he also has zero passing of the ball. That's why I call him mid. I think he's mediocre. And when I look at United and the things they need to do to even start climbing their way back up the mountain, because we're at the bottom of the mountain, we just put our wall climbing shoes on. You need to do a little better than mid. You need to sign players that maybe are like a little slightly above mediocre, but they have a ceiling. For example, Ederson from Atalanta, right? Very similar attributes to Ugarte, but he's exemplary. He's excellent at all of them, and he's also a little bit better on the ball. So I want that kind of signing. I want someone that's like 65, 70% there, but we just need to get the last remaining 30% out of them. With Ugarte, I generally don't think Ugarte can improve. I think this is what you get out of Ugarte. You get a high-pressing machine dog that will win the ball. He's a magnet for the ball. But passing-wise, I don't think he'll ever improve on that. And for 60 mil, which is a lot of money, there are so many better midfielders out there in the world. For 40 mil, which we spent on the league, and 200K wages a week, I think you could have done a lot better. That's just my opinion. It is what it is. I don't think the league's all that. He's going to be here for a couple of times, but no defender that plays in possession. I'm not asking him to spam the ball. I want him to be able to do something with the ball, pass the ball, be progressive with it. Because you want to talk about center backs in the back who don't spam the ball. Guess what? You're playing in a progressive back three. You're playing in a system that your center backs need to be progressive. So I'm looking at Lisandro Martinez, who's the center back partner, spam the ball, and it's helping us because he's no magician with it. I'm not saying you're gonna go get a central center back of Lisandro Martinez that has height. That's a rare center back, but you can go get better center backs. Please show some respect to Garrett Cahill. That's a Premier League winning center back, please. Thank you. He's been okay. He's been solid. It's just this is the thing with United. it's a low risk, low reward kind of signing. I think that's a perfect way to, with especially the Ligt. I think Ugarte was high risk, low reward, but I think with the Ligt, it's okay to get him in. But at the end of the day, right? Where do you view the Ligt among center backs if United are properly competing? Do you think he could be a starting center back? I mentioned that if Manchester United are probably competing at any point. I don't think so, and that's what I'm talking about when signing. When United go sign players, they should be viewing them as right now. These guys, if we're finally good again, these should be in the forefront. Who do I want a center back? I still think someone like Jared Branthwaite is better than him. I think Kaseo Lukeba at Leipzig is better than him. I really like someone. This new center back at Inter Milan, Bisek, is moving crazy. I'm trying to think. Hoyson, I think that's a dream signing based on what he's doing. Morello, obviously, I still worry about Morello's height, and I think I worry about him kind of making that step up it's clearly a low block system at Forest. Mohamed Simakan's a good player as well. There's plenty of center backs. I just think with the Ligt, United just went for the name, the stability and stuff like that. That's calm. If you're gonna sell him, that's calm then. But I don't think so. I think the ceiling with the Ligt is very, very. Van de Ven's about to have no hamstrings in like 2 months, bro. Unfortunately, just a lot of breaks. Okay. Yeah. I mean, Branthwaite's keeping clean sheets for Everton on the day of noise. So, yeah, man. Which of these three managers gave you the biggest trauma? Erik ten Hag. Erik ten Hag had me questioning my will to live. I'm not even joking. I genuinely question my will to live under Erik ten Hag. Griggs, what you said about Liverpool winning complete, do you still think? What? I'm so confused. If you could just retype that a little better, thank you. Scalvini's a good player, you know. Can't pass. Better passes the ball than Ligt, I promise you that. And he's also just, in my opinion, I think he's a better wide defender than Mathys Tel. I think for me, because this is the thing with the Ligt, where I view the Ligt, right? I think the Ligt's best position is probably central center back, right? That's the position I think Lenny Euro suits best, and I'd rather prioritize the young center back who has a much higher ceiling and a much brighter future, and prioritize his development over than playing Mathys Tel there. That's just the way I view it. I could be wrong. I could be right. I don't really care. It is what it is. But who was I talking about? Mathys Tel, right? Also, I think it was a super chat which I did not read. Oh, shout my bad, MJ. Tel ain't good, awkward on the ball, very AWB Garnacho. Yes. Inasio's a taller. No, I don't want Inacio. I think he'll get twisted in the Prem. Because the way you have to be able to defend 1v1 out wide. And what's it called? Yeah. No, he's not. I agree. I don't think Euro's as good as Saliba. I think Saliba's a generational center back prospect. I think he's quicker than. I think he's also quicker than Lenny Euro. He has better. What's it called? He's better strides than Lenny Euro. So, yeah, man. Griggs, we said first part is complete. Liverpool won. Do you still think the pressure gets to Arteta tomorrow? I've always said I don't think there's a title race. I think I'm never a foul for the raid. What's it called? I think there is no title race. I think Liverpool have already won the league. You see the kind of luck they had today, right? The Cliver missed and Salah scores like 3 minutes later. When you know it's someone's league, you just know. And it's obvious. It's just Liverpool's year. It is what it is. Obviously, I hate it. I don't want to see Liverpool succeed, but it's not anyone else's year but Liverpool's. Arsenal, they're not consistent enough. But Saka is out still with a grade 3 hamstring injury. There's just no hope for Arsenal to really come back into it. So, yeah, man. It is what it is. Oh, shout out, David. Am I happy that Rashford is leaving? I'm not happy with it, but it was something that needed to be done. Because he's not in the squad. So there's no point in him being here. And obviously, I'm tired of the circus surrounding the media with him. So, yeah, man. Obviously, I wanted him to go to Barcelona because that would have been fun to watch. But Aston Villa is a good move. So, yeah, man. Just like I said earlier, just wish him the best. Hopefully, he performs well and he gets a much better move in the summer to, again, maybe a Barcelona. Will this title be worse than the last one for you as a United fan? No. No, I think the first one was worse because he also won the Champions League a year before, and this time I didn't really want to see a City 5P. So yeah, and also with this one, the last one hurt worse because you're like, yo, they probably could do it again, and it looks like they were really about to be the dominant force in English football. This one, it just feels like a last dance to me. No disrespect to Liverpool, and I might be wrong here, but Van Dijk and Salah are leaving soon. It's not that much time left. Trent's obviously probably leaving in the summer. I view it as kind of they're probably doing it's a last dance. They're gonna get one more Premier League, and I think City are probably gonna come back and dominate again. So yeah, I understand why people say it hurts more because they obviously now equal our league titles, but I also don't really care as much because I'm also 15th or I'm 13th, right? I have much bigger issues to worry about. The fire is literally burning inside my crib right now. So yeah, I think the other one hurt a lot. I think the first one hurt because it was also the first one I saw in my lifetime of Liverpool winning the league. This one I've already seen them, so it's not as bad, and it's not like they beat us to the title. So yeah, would you like United to pursue Frimpong? No, I think Frimpong's a good player, but first of all, I think Amorim clearly wants a left-footed right wing back, which Frimpong is not. Someone I think I spoke about yesterday on Saeed's. I think Quenda is the best option for Manchester United. I'm glad that we're kind of already laying the groundwork for that move. I think for me that would be the best possible move for United. I think he's the best left-footed right wing back option, especially with the age, the quality. You can have him and Ama for the next decade. I think that's for the price. I think it's about 40 mil. That's absolutely a must-done deal for Manchester United. I think Quenda would be the perfect option. I don't think Frimpong is the answer. I don't think Hakimi is the answer either. And shout out Hakimi, he's having a really good season for PSG. They're getting a parade and a trophy lift. That's true. You know what? Gris Khan gets to see a trophy, gets to see a parade this time. Good for him, man. I do think we did solid, but I don't think it's as much. Great side, brother. Big up Abdi. Would you take Leon Bailey? No. I know we're linked with him. I don't like the link. Unless Leon Bailey's gonna play right wing back, not for me. No, thank you. It's a valid source. I'm not gonna dismiss the rumor. It's from Lauren Whitwell, but we're also linked with Nkunku and Mathys Tel. I'm hoping it's United basically telling Bayern, we got some options. Might want to give us Tel if you really want to get rid of him, but I also do think Bayern probably want to sell him permanently. There's the reason why they agreed to offer with Spurs, and shout out Spurs for being literally the rejection of the month because they're literally getting rejected left, right, and center by every single player that they're linked with. Yeah. Would you have Wood from Forest? No. Shout out Chris Wood though. He's having a fantastic season, and the fact that Chris Wood is having such a good season really shows to me how many strikers that people think will struggle in the Prem would actually eat 5-star gourmet. Like Victor Osimhen, for example. There's a lot of people that don't want Victor Osimhen in the Prem. They think he'll struggle because of his limited technical ability. Brother, if Chris Wood is about to score 20 Premier League goals, I promise you, what do you think Victor Osimhen, who's literally better at every single thing, what do you think Victor Osimhen is going to do? I would much rather have Mathys Tel than Leon Bailey, personally. I don't know. With Leon Bailey, he was good at Leverkusen. Though one thing I like about Leon Bailey is that he is left-footed, and I do think United need a lot more left-footed players. We are a very right-footed team. So it's not a bad shout. It's a loan move, probably, so it's not the worst thing. I'm not going to, take a steel chair and want to hit myself over the head with it if he comes, but I just think with Mathys Tel is because the only reason why Mathys Tel is because if he bangs, you could have someone for the future. With Leon Bailey, you're not signing him on a permanent. So it's very short-term vision from it. That's what it is. I know what you're trying to, in terms of if it's just for 6 months with Mathys Tel, I get it. But I think with Mathys Tel, if United are looking to get Mathys Tel, they're trying to loan him in and see if he can be something for the future and someone that they could build with. With Leon Bailey, like I said, you're only keeping him here for 6 months, and then you're sending him back to Birmingham. That's literally it. Obviously that's the dream. Hopefully, if we get Mateus Cunha, Chris Wood's more clinical than Osimhen. Yeah, but it doesn't create as many chances as Osimhen. Osimhen's, in my opinion, is still a better goal scorer. Victor Osimhen creates 4 chances for himself a game, just by himself, not from service from anyone else. Just himself and his physical presence creates 4 chances. Because, David, unfortunately, the football gods will not answer my prayers and give me Ryan Shirky. I have asked for Ryan Shirky multiple occasions. Obviously, you're probably new to the channel. I would love Ryan Shirky. I think he's the best technician on the planet. The guy is literally a walking step over. He does step overs like I do them on FIFA. It's ridiculous. I haven't seen step overs like that since Neymar Santos. It's spectacular to watch. Unfortunately, Manchester United do not want that. So yeah, unfortunately, I'm not getting Ryan Shirky, but it does look like he's going to Borussia Dortmund. And Bino Gittins and Shirky is a nice little duo over there. I will be keeping my eye on that. But yeah, unfortunately, David, the footballing guys do not want to give me Ryan Shirky because Ryan Shirky would be a movie at Manchester United. But, well, the theater of dreams is, again, the theater of nightmares. So, yeah. Shout out Chris. Yeah, Chris Wood's, shout out Specs Gonzalez, bro, because he was talking about Chris Wood, bro. Chris Wood's a baller, man. Osimhen just come to Villa. That'd be funny. I think Kudus is very underrated player. But yeah, we're talking about Mathys Tel, right? Still, yeah, Mathys Tel. We'll see what happens. Obviously, we're now with Leon Bailey links and Kunku. If I were to rank the three, I'd probably go Mathys Tel first. Kunku or Bailey? I'd probably go Leon Bailey over in Kunku just based off the fact that I think Leon Bailey could do a wingback shift. And he's left-footed. Also, Nkunku's a croc. So, yeah. I actually didn't know that Chris would play at the 21 World Cup. I learned that recently, but yeah. Nkunku. Yeah, he's probably a better footballer, but do I trust Christopher Nkunku to stay fit? Hell, fuck it. This is when I crash out. If João Félix represents my football club, I'm crashing out. On my left, I'm crashing out. I'm crashing out. I'm crashing out. You're gonna say crash like you're never. I do not want João Félix anywhere near my football club at all. Nothing to do with João. I think João Félix is a false footballer. Generally, I think he's a false footballer. He's great to watch on the eye, but he's a nothing footballer. There is zero output from João Félix. Zero output from João Félix. I've never seen him attempt a through ball in my life. He's a false footballer. So overrated, bro. I got hoodwinked by João Félix. And also, the other thing with João Félix, he is the only forward I have ever seen Diego Simeone not be able to work with. That speaks volumes to me because I've seen Diego Simeone turn water into wine with forwards. Yet, João Félix, he couldn't get a grasp out of. I'm sorry. You're the uncommon denominator. You're the uncommon denominator here. Everyone else has been thriving with him. You have not. Well, yeah, something's wrong with that. So, yeah, man. Yeah, apparently Spurs hijacked Wolves for Danso, center back from Lens. Interesting move. They finally got a center back because they got rejected from about 85 of them. So, yeah, shout out to Spurs for finally getting someone over the line, I guess. They were rumored with Garnacho yesterday. I don't know what the truth is to that. I also don't think Garnacho would want to go to them, so I didn't really care about it. But, yeah, man, it's a shame. I'm not getting my Garnacho money. That 60 mil looked really, really good. The temptation of it would look sensational, but can't always get what you want. And we're clearly not getting the Garnacho money. That is very, 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 very shameful. No, he wouldn't. I'd rather play Bruno Fernandes there. I'd rather play Kobe Manu there. I'd rather play Christian Eriksen there. Hell, I'd rather play Mathys Tel at left 10 than over João Félix. I don't care who plays left 10. I do not want João Félix in my football club. I'm losing something. I'm losing my will to watch football. That's what I'm losing. Andy, how many likes are we at, by the way, since you're the only mod in here? What happened to JJ, man? I haven't seen JJ. I hope he's good. But yeah, Andy, let me know how many likes we're at. Shout out Freedom for saying to hit the like button, people. Ruben Amorim, I think all the merit is from Garnacho and he's improving, and we want to continue to improve with Garnacho. Garnacho taken on the challenge, unlike Rashford. Obviously, yeah. To be fair with Garnacho, actually, I am seeing improvement. It's nothing crazy, but first of all, he's using his left foot a lot more, which is obviously always good to use your weak foot. He's grasping the position, understanding a little bit better. He's rotating with his wing back a little bit better. They're interchanging more, so he'll go out wide a little bit. He also getting better at playing closer to goal. Is he a long-term? I still don't see Garnacho as a long-term guy. But it's good that he's learning, and hopefully, if anything, he just gets his value up. I still would want someone better than Garnacho, but yeah, man, if Amorim can get him to be a little bit better, and we can actually get 70, 80 mil for Garnacho, that's sensational, man. So yeah, man, I hope Garnacho just keeps working. It's also good that he basically shut down his social media and just focused on football. That's really good. That was my biggest criticism of Garnacho. He was too social, he was too online. So yeah, I know, man. Bunch of Hoylands, bro. Absolute criminal, man. Absolute criminal. Bunch of Cliverts after that miss I saw today. Do you think the Rashford criticism from Amorim has been excessive? I do think to a point it was excessive in terms of leaking into the media. Obviously, if you want to say it to his face, go ahead. I have no issues with that. But I do think it got a little bit too overplayed in the media, and I think Amorim should have done more diligently and kind of not giving the media a lot of quotables. But at the end of the day, he's a very emotional person. He said that himself. I think he said Ronaldo called him the poet because he speaks from the heart and all that kind of stuff. And he's kind of learning at Manchester United. Your emotions can get the best out of you, and it's not a good thing. So it is what it is, man. It is. Honestly, nothing we can really do about it. I'm not gonna read that comment. So yeah, man. We have what? The deadline's on Monday. We're probably hopefully gonna get one more person in. Apparently, Malacia's loan is not happening to Benfica, which is very unfortunate. Which means I probably have to see him play again. God, I hate my life, bro. Every time I turn on the United game and I see left wing back, whether I see Dalo, whether I see Malacia, whether I see Mazraoui, I just get depressed. I really do. The left wing back situation. Yo, Dorgu, man. Dorgu's in the building tomorrow. Can he just not play, man? Please, bro. Also, I watched Sancho at Chelsea, and I wish we wouldn't have sold him. I don't really care, to be honest. Gray's my Amorim out. I'm not Amorim out. To be fair, I did go on Staffy TV when that Southampton game was happening. He crashed out, but no, I'm not Amorim out. I wish him the best. I don't know long term what his ceiling is at United. I can't really tell that until I see what United buy in the market, because I think they go hand in hand. But so far, in a month, I'm seeing progress. I think the way he planned big games is really solid to see, which gives me hope for the future. Thursday's game against Bucharest was a nice little tweak in the formation, which I liked. I've been asking for tweaks in the formation. So yeah, man, not too much to complain about. My only complaint has always been the fullbacks at wing back. I think he needs to stop that, and I think it looks like he has. You just have to be more brave, especially because we're so bad. Like you lose nothing from being brave. If anything, it makes you more commendable in the eyes of the fans. So yeah, man. I would love Kulusevski at United. I would love Kulusevski at United too, but it's not gonna happen, unfortunately. Yeah, actually, you never know. Him and Ahmad were roommates at Atlanta. You never know, man. Agent Ahmad. Salah's goal was crazy. Actually, was a good goal. I'm not gonna lie. Man, Liverpool hype though. I'm a Salah hype. I'm tired of Liverpool, man. I'm tired of Liverpool. I'm trying to think what else. Anything else to talk about? United. I'm trying to think if we have any other links. Well, there is Quenda, which I kind of talked about in terms of that's probably the transfer I'm most excited about. Quenda, but he excites me in terms of what he could bring to the table. Quick, great 1v1, athletic as hell, great final ball. Exactly what I want from my wingback, and I think what Amorim wants from his wingback. The familiarity with the system automatically. Man, if we're gonna go to Sporting and that's the guys we signing that play for Amorim, I'm all for it, man. Just don't go sign me the Antonies of the world. Does Toby start against Palace? I don't know what the lineup is going to be tomorrow. I just want to see Mainu in the 10 tomorrow because I saw it against Bucharest. It was good, but again, low-level opposition. I want to see what Mainu in the 10 looks like against Premier League opposition. And if he cooks it, then yeah, we got something to work with. So, yeah, man, I don't think Collier starts. I think Ugarte definitely comes back in tomorrow. I think he'll probably play Bruno next to him. So, yeah. I've heard that actually Quenda is similar to Saka, yeah. The physical profile is very, very similar. Salah is best five. Well, yeah, obviously he is. He's a Ballon d'Or favorite. Not in my eyes, he's not. But yeah. Griggs, who do you rate higher, Nwaneri or MLS? Nwaneri. I think Nwaneri is actually a special talent. I was on YouTube in the summer saying that Arsenal don't really need to sign an attacking midfielder. Just play him. I think he's special. He was obviously very high rated amongst his age group. He has shown himself. He's obviously shown what he could do. Scoring on Champions League night, scoring in the Premier League, solo goals. I think he's really, really good. Shout out my favorite football fraud, William from Football Corner. Shout out my boy Will, though. That's the boy, even though he is a fraud. Who do I think is the best player in the world? Well, my heart tells me to say Ousmane Dembele because Ousmane Dembele is having a sensational year. I really just want to give it to it's Vinicius, in my opinion, but I really just want to say Lamine Yamal because he's just amazing to watch. So yeah, man. I think I want to say Lamine Yamal because he's my favorite player to watch. It's just everything he does is sensational. But Salah is obviously statistically the best player in the world. But I just from the way I love wing play, the way I love my wingers, I would always just rather a Dembele, a Vinicius, a Lamine Yamal. Yeah, man. You know, watching Madrid, Vinny just had an all-time stinker. Well, you know, people have their stinkers. Salah had like 5 stinkers in the past month, but we haven't said anything about it, did we? Shout out Sham Mitchie for the super chat. Quenda Ahmad is making me get that's sensational right hand side. Woo, that's sensational. Lewis Skelly is better. Yeah, that's fair to say. They're both top talents. My boy that watched a lot of Academy told me a lot about both of them. He's like, yo, Hell End, which obviously Arsenal's Academy, they haven't really produced a lot, but obviously with Saka and then these two and then some kid named Max Dowman, which I'm not really going to talk too much about him. He's 15 years old. He has a whole future ahead of him. They're really highly rated. And I think Arsenal should have given them more game time from the front, bro. Griggs, Amad Diallo is a real gem. He's definitely the best player. Absolutely, Amad Diallo is the best player. I've been saying Amad Diallo is the best player on my team. I've been saying him and Mainu are the franchise, but people want to send me Griggs. You're getting ahead of the curve. Griggs, you're gassing them up too much. Look for more evidence, bro. My eyes don't lie to me. Yes, I'm a little blind. I need to renew my glasses, my prescription, but my footballing eyes don't lie to me. Amad Diallo is the future of Manchester United. Kobe Mainu is the future. And when the referee robbed me of the link-up goal against Fulham last week, I wanted to crash out because how dare him rob me of that goal? That was sensational. That goal could have fed me for the rest of the season. I could have been happy watching United because I know I have Amad and Kobe Mainu. But nah, he robbed me of the goal. But nah, Amad Diallo is special, bro. Amad. No way I said that. People don't know that in 2017, when I watched Ousmane Dembele, I felt like I was watching the best player of all time. Ousmane Dembele at Dortmund could have ended up being the best winger in world football. My God, I was like watching Neymar, bro, but much quicker. I hate Barcelona, man. Sometimes I like, Barcelona, you give me Lamine Yamal, you gave me Neymar. Yeah, you gave me Messi too. But then you ruined Ousmane Dembele. You ruined Antoine Griezmann. And for that, I sometimes have beef with them. Back-to-back, bro. They don't know about my boy, bro. Back-to-back hat tricks on his... Bro, United have to sign a real metronome in midfield. Yes, we do need to sign a metronome in midfield. I do agree. Yeah. Now, he does... Well, he works in academy football, so he knows a lot about it. Yeah. Man has Garnacho up front talking down. You acting like it's my choice to put Garnacho. Give it up, man. Average Will viewer, man. Well, hype, bro. Will, this is what you're teaching your viewers. Hey, yeah, man. Someone told me Reece James is better than Trent at right back. Well, no, he's not. You think Ewan is better down the middle or on the right? That's a good question, Nico. Very nice questions you're asking. See, I like you, Nico. It depends, really. In terms of it depends what Arsenal really want him to be. If they really want someone for the front three, they need that goal scoring impact. He's best off the right, but he's not better than Bukayo Saka there. And then obviously with Ewan, unfortunately for him, he plays in both positions. He plays where probably Arsenal's most two influential players are outside of the defense, and Martin Odegaard and Bukayo Saka. And if I'm gonna go with this question, right, is who do I view is the weaker of the two? I do think it's more an Odegaard. So from that, I think Ewan probably long-term is probably best down the middle because I think he's better than Martin Odegaard. And no, he's not better than Saka is better than Martin Odegaard at his position. So I think Ewan, if he is to get longer game time, it would be in that position. What do you think of Raul Asensio? That's the Madrid center back, right? He looks like he looks very talented. He's got the Spanish passion, that's for sure. The guy's clearing goals off the line and stuff like that. So yeah, man. He looks really talented, and obviously for Madrid, that's great because they have center back issues out the wazoo. So it's good for him. Good for them, man. Build your team around Ahmad. We pray. They don't know, bro. Khalid, they don't know, bro. Ousmane Dembele at Dortmund was the best show on planet Earth, man. That was showtime. Showtime. Look what football was in 2016, bro. I was able to watch Neymar at Barcelona, Ousmane Dembele at PSG, not at PSG, at Borussia Dortmund. It was primetime show, man. Every Saturday, we was watching primetime showtime, man. Who's your best back there right now? Just for United. Statistically, it's actually, funny enough, Martinez, De Ligt, Mazraoui. Mazraoui needs to be right. I want to see Lissandro, Euro, Mazraoui. I want to see. Oh, God, fuck's sake, Donna's here, bro. Oh my God, I've had enough, man. I've had enough. Oh, look who came. My second favorite New Jerseyan. RSM. I heard Reach James. Well, what was it? We say Reach James 3 times and you pop up. Yo. You know what's funny? Shout out Thomas Tuchel's Dortmund because they had better advanced metrics than Bayern Munich with Pep. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. I said that because I think the heir to Odegaard is probably dominant. Yeah, I hear it. Obviously, if Nwaneri can end up playing left wing, maybe something there. But yeah, man, obviously, Nico, I'm assuming you're an Arsenal fan. I might be wrong. I don't know. But yeah, man, it's good problems to have, right? Amorim and Ineos, please. I want to Gyökeres, Mathys Tel, Ederson. I need Ederson, bro. That goal against Barcelona, sensational. We need that. I'm just gonna ignore her comments. Sancho at Borussia Dortmund was overrated. Well, I disagree with that. I do think he was really good. But if you're asking me who was better, Ousmane Dembele at Borussia Dortmund or Jadon Sancho at Borussia Dortmund, I'm taking Ousmane Dembele every single day of the week. I'm not gonna lie, Alex. I really wasn't paying attention to Bucharest because I was watching the Golasso show because I was focusing on my bets. Don't gamble, kids. For adults. But yeah, man. Whoever shot that, the shot that hit the crossbar, that's the player I was most impressed with because wow, what a strike. I don't know, bro. Will's viewers came and then we started talking about right backs and all that kind of stuff. What do you think of Warren Zaire? Baller, man. Absolute baller. But yeah, Kobe Mainoo dog walked him when they were playing against each other in under 17 tournaments. But anyway, now Warren Zaire is really good because to coincide with Jack's questions, we're gonna connect the dots here. Who should win the UCL, Griggs? I'm here to give a wild shout, and I'm gonna shout out Elias for this one because he really put it into my head. My dark horse for the UCL tournament is Paris Saint-Germain. PSG have the best front six in world football. I'm here to say that now. PSG have the best front six in football. Zaire Emery, Bitinha, João Neves. Pick your poison on the left. Richard Kvaratskhelia or Bradley Barcola. Ousmane Dembele, false nine. Desiree Dou on the right. That is the best front six in football. And you know what's funny? They have to play one of Liverpool or Barcelona in the round of 16. So if they get past Brest, they have a chance to eliminate one of the two favorites. And I'm sorry, ain't no Barcelona want to see PSG right now, bro. Because I seen Barcelona's high line, bro. You are getting cooked. Man's flexing. Yeah, man, that's the only time they played against each other. What do I want me to do, man? Yes, I do think Mainoo will survive because I am going to hope that Amorim is a good enough coach to be able to get the best out of his players. Because this is why I hate to talk about formations. If you can't get Kobe Mainoo to look good, then as a coach you just suck. I'm gonna keep it a stack. But I like the move that he's made. Like he's playing as a 10, but he's really playing more as an advanced midfielder, which I think is the best thing for Kobe Mainoo. The striker is dusty. Yeah, but Usman Dembele false nine is a movie right now. Back-to-back hat tricks, bro. Trust. Greg, serious question. Did you prefer Messi as a winger on the touchline or in pocket? False line. Because Messi's the best false line of all time. With signing, what's your ideal best 11 for United? Okay. All right, so we're not going to sign a goalkeeper, so we're going to keep it Andre Onana, unfortunately, as much as he's been pissing me off lately. I don't know what center back, We need more center backs, but I don't know who to get center back. That's the issue. Let me go central center back. That's what I'm going to guarantee that right now. Do I trust against low blocks, Mazraoui right center back is calm, but against teams on the counter, we're going to get cooked with that. So you need better athletes. Can we get Jan Bisek out of Inter Milan? I don't know. For right now, let's go Martinez left center back, Euro Mazraoui. Midfield. Ederson, Menu. We go with that. Wing backs, obviously you have Dorgu and you have Quenda. You're set. Front three. Cunha, Osimhen, Ahmad. We're set. That's my front three. I'm calm with that. If you want to do Cunha, Gyökeres, Ahmad, I'm cool with that too. I just need a striker. Because, I think you could put Manu in the pivot if you have the best. Because next to him, you're going to have Dorgu on the left, who's an amazing athlete. Hopefully, long term, you get a left center back that's a better athlete, and it'll help cover Manu's shortcomings out of possession. And Ederson, for me, is a better version of Ugarte. I understand Manu in the pivot. Yeah, he's not really a 10, though. He's an 8. He's not a 10. He's an 8. But you can't, in my opinion, you can't do Kobe and Ahmad as your 10s behind your striker long term. I just don't think you have goals there. You just lack the cutting edge. So, yeah. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, I don't view him because then you can't put Manu and Ahmad, bro. It's just where you only really have maybe 1.5 goal scorers. You have Ahmad, okay, and then you have obviously your striker. You lack goal threat. It's like that's my issue. It's too ball to feet. It's too much ball to feet. Like your wingbacks are gonna have to do a lot of work, a lot of outlet work, in my opinion. So that's my issue. So yeah, Morgan Rogers is a great player, man. But yeah, something like that. Yeah, something like that, man. It's interesting. Man said Nicholas Jackson, bro. I said less of that, bro. Less of that, man. Ain't no one trying to see Nicholas Jackson, man. It's Osimhen or Gyökeres. If it's anyone else, I'm crashing out. Diomande hype. Nah. Sporting. If we go Sporting, I just want Quenda and Gyökeres. Everyone else, I don't care about. After that, cut ties. Nuno Mendes. He just signed a new contract, and no, thank you. We have Dorgu already, and we have the guy from Paraguay, Leon, the pitbull. The guy looks like he's got 105. He has 105% of dog in him. So yeah, good for him, man. But yeah, bro. Oh, Calvin. He's alright. Any other questions? Lee Kang in. Go. Mario Hyper. What is it else? No. Next question. I'm never gonna say Liverpool bigger club than Man United. What are you expecting to do there, bro? Congratulations. I'm not saying it. Get your clout. How about that? I forgot to set the stream to. Oh yeah, man. I forgot to set the stream to sub only mode. Oh yeah. Thank you, Khaled, though. Shout out, man. I'm an L YouTuber sometimes, bro. I didn't even put monetization off of this. Ay caramba. Kobe's a 10 in the system, and that's where he's most effective, putting him deep on the pitch. It's a that's the only negative about this formation. It's the only reason I hate two midfield formations. In a way, I wish we played 3-5-2, but no. I understand what people are coming from with Mainu in the pick and stuff like that, but I don't think you could do him and Ahmad in the 10s. I really, really don't. The only way is if you play Ahmad right wing back and then you have to go get someone else at right as a right 10 that's much more as a proven goal scorer, which is tough. Shout out for subbing. I'm not saying that phrase though. No, I have much better things to do in my time. Much better things to do. My question is, can we consider Nico Jackson the best striker of all time? Sure, man. In your world, go ahead. I'm not here to put on your parade. 3-4-1-2. It's not midfield pivot. Yeah, my mom is so loud. Wow, I know. That's what I said on your parade. Sure, man. I'm about to date Sydney Sweeney. That's my greatest redemption. Yeah, man. What's the least amount of money you would take for Rasmus, Joe? I'm close to saying a penny. I don't know, like 30 mil. Yeah. Nico, I hope you subscribe to me because you're asking great questions right now. Greg, what do you define as world class? First, consistency. You have to be doing it for a certain amount of time, unless you're that like there's like certain like rare cases. Like for me, Lamine Yamal, bro, I'm gonna be real. I consider him world class after the Euros. I didn't need to see a second season. When you just know, you just know. Nah, not top three because I think because there's certain positions obviously I don't really care about. Like I honestly don't think there's a world class left back in world football, for example. What's it called? I think consistency over a period of time. Nah, the eye test doesn't really matter for me when it comes to world class because there's people I don't rate. Like watching, but like for example, Mohamed Salah is not the prettiest football to watch, but I can't say he's not world class, bro. Like it's like the eye test is low. I think stats obviously you gotta have stats, trophies obviously help, and you just gotta be able to do it consistently over a period of time. So yeah, it's very hard because like world class is not the same as maybe like what was a decade ago. Maybe the standards have been lowered a little bit, and we're quick to crown people. But it's like it's very. I'm trying to be a little bit more harsher with the term world class because like of what I've seen before, but then again, like I said, there's some players that are just world class right away. Like, for example, like also like the Champions League argument I hate because Saka just got into the Champions League last year, but in my opinion, I think he was world class before that. So yeah, it's tough, man. Do you want Xerxes to stay? Do you think he get cut at United? I don't mind if Xerxes stays. Would I like two fresh new strikers? Probably. That both fit the system? Probably. Yeah, I'd probably say yes. So yeah. I don't mind if he stays, but I do probably would want two new strikers personally. Do you think Arsenal have any world class players? Yes, I think William Saliba is absolutely world class. I think Bukayo Saka is world class. I don't think Odegaard is world class. I don't think Declan Rice is world class. I think Gabriel Magalhaes is world class. For his profile as center back, I think he's world class. I don't think he can do much better. No fullbacks. Yeah, I think Saka, Saliba, Gabriel. Sure, bro. Sure. Greg, did you expect more from Darwin? I didn't think he'd be that bad of a finisher. Chaos is good ball. Chaos profile is great and all, but I did think maybe he'd be a little better of a finisher. I didn't expect too much of him. Like I saw the guy step overs, bro. God forbid that was one of the worst things ever. But yeah, I had Odegaard on the cusp, but this period, I think Odegaard's a good player. It's just nah. Nah. Something about Odegaard. Like, I think he's good, but sometimes he's too safe. Just play the killer. Like, you ever remember that pass he played against Porto last year in the Champions League? I need to see more of that from Odegaard. I need to see more of that. Here we go for Asensio to Villa. Really? I don't get the signing of Marco Asensio when you're bringing in Marcus Rashford. But you know what? If Leon Bailey leaves, then I guess that makes sense. I don't know. It's an interesting move. But shout out, what's it called? Unai Emery for recruiting Spanish mid, bro. The guy's trying to just bring up Iberian mid to Villa, bro. First it was João Felix links. Now it's Marco Asensio. Shout out, Marco Asensio 2017 with a baller, though. But yeah. Considering what Saka bowled out with, I mean, first of all, I think Saka's a much better Odegaard, but yeah, it's very. I think that's the three world-class players. And yeah, it's a tough term to go around. It's also very preference-based. It's about I think world-class is also just like the feeling the player gives you. Like, it's just like, I think when you watch play, you just gotta be like, yo, something special. Like, even with Mohamed Salah, right? I said in the eye test, but Mohamed Salah is just like a special, just like a special goal scorer, bro. Saka, Saliba, and Gabriel Magalhaes. Great thoughts on PGMOL using Doku challenge on McAllister as dangerous high challenge, and they did not give the penalty. Very, very weird. Well, I don't really, honestly, with PGMOL, I don't really care anymore. They're a terrible group of people, of referees, actually, not people. And they don't know what they see half the time. So I just stopped. I gave up, bro. I just gave up. Yeah, I just gave up, bro. I just gave up. She's yapping so much. Oh my god, bro. Great thoughts on I read that. And then I'm trying to see if there's any other football news. No. Hell fucking no. Was Salah world class after 17-18 to you? Yes. Only because he was having very good seasons at Roma, Fiorentina, and then he got to Liverpool and he just leveled up. But I do think he was world class after that. I'm not in England, bro. But I have fun watching Match of the Day, though. I'm sure. I don't even know who watched Match of the Day. I don't even know who's on Match of the Day anymore. Didn't Alan Shearer leave or something? Or Gary Lineker? Arteta ran my boy. Wait, who's this? Like, who is this in pertaining to? Maybe he's what I define as world class. Thomas Partey's far from that word, bro. Thomas Partey ain't no world class midfielder, bro. Hell fucking no. I have NBC's very own Goal Rush, Goal Zone. That's the American version. Oh yeah. Arteta's definitely around Saka and Arteta's a criminal, bro. I'm gonna be real. Arteta's actually a criminal. I'm not gonna lie, man. But yeah, bro. Partey world class, bro. Don't make me hate my love for football, bro. If Thomas Partey is a world class midfielder, then football's finished as a sport. Genuinely, football's finished. If Thomas Partey is world class, genuinely football's finished, bro. Because world class midfielder. Because you know what? I love midfielders, bro. Midfield, other than winger, midfield is my second favorite position to watch. The geniuses that I've watched in midfield that were world class. And you want to classify Thomas Partey in the same sentence as those midfielders, the same terminology with those guys, bro. When I'm talking about world class midfielders, I'm talking about Pedri, because right now that's my standard for world class. Pedri for me is the golden standard for midfielders. Pedri and Rodri. Unfortunately, Rodri. Obviously, then you have obviously Jude's of the world, who's also world class. You have Kevin De Bruyne, who's probably on his way out of football. Who else is a world class midfielder? Kobe Main's the one. I'm joking. But damn, it's just Thomas Partey, bro. I thought Camavinga and Truman. I mean, I still think Camavinga is a world beater, but I mean, yeah, Madrid were just too stacked. Fede Valverde's another one. Yeah, man. It's honestly, Tchouaméni really disappointed me though. Camavinga, I still think is really, really good. And if he ever wants a way out of Madrid, hit me up. We're here for you. But yeah, chill, man. I'm disappointed. Hot take, and yes, the least important. Yes. Yes, I actually agree with that. He's the best one, but the least important. Because Busquets was the six that linked everything. Xavi was the metronome. Xavi just, bro, special, man. You remember when Barty COVID tax? Pogba had COVID. We don't claim that. Pogba had COVID. He had symptoms. Yes. Xhaka is a more world class party. Hi, Luca. Andy, I don't even want to ask how many likes we have because there's 243 people in here. I guarantee you we're not even on 75 likes. Because people are frauds. Frauds. There you go. What do you guys think of the Champions League draw, though? Because obviously yesterday I didn't do. I wanted to do a video on the Champions League draw, but I didn't. Obviously, City versus Madrid. Yeah, I don't want to know. Okay, it's over 75 though. All right. What's it called? The Champions League, the round of 32. I think it's booty. I think it's ass. I'm not gonna lie. But Madrid City, obviously, again, 70. Thank you. I know I haven't even liked my own video. You know who hasn't liked the video? Staffy TV. No, I'm joking. Griggs did. James Milner remind you of Footy's answer to a Swiss Army knife. No, that's Jisung Park. But yeah. I look at the matchups. PSG Brest, meh. Was it Bruges Atalanta? Meh. Dortmund Sporting, super meh. What's the other matchups? Oh, PSV Juventus or is it Feyenoord Juventus? I think it's Feyenoord Milan's interesting because the striker from Feyenoord went to Milan today and Santi Jimenez. That's interesting. But other than that, it's not interesting. There's some dead matchups though. -6. Hopefully the favorites survive. Madrid City. I hope Madrid win, obviously, but yeah. The GOAT. The greatest striker in the world, by the way, is not Erling Haaland. It's not Robert Lewandowski. It's not Harry Kane. The greatest striker on planet Earth is a Moroccan genius named hold up. Hold up before I butcher his first name. Let's make sure we can't butcher my GOAT's name. Ayoub El-Kabi is the greatest striker on planet Earth. When I tell you this guy has changed my life, bro, because of El-Kabi and El Rabi, Morocco is my second favorite country in the world. Morocco is my second favorite. Bro, I need to go to Morocco. Moroccans can eat for free in Greece. I'm going to make that my mission. Moroccans can eat free in Greece. So, Zenos, if you're Moroccan, bro, go to Greece, go get your free euro, bro. Go get you a free euro, bro. Because Morocco has saved my life. Morocco has saved my life, bro. God bless Morocco, man. What a nation. What a nation, bro. Griggs, PSG over 2 legs. Don't worry me, bro. Man, they don't worry you, man. I mean, I do think Liverpool are a better matchup against PSG than I think Barca lose to PSG. I'm not gonna lie. We saw what happened last year. I think PSG are better than last year. Liverpool's because your defense is really, really good. So PSG's a 10. But the midfield battle, the way that they keep the ball, though. But Nuno Mendes versus Salah is a mismatch. But then I think about Trent versus like a Kvaratskhelia. I've seen what Vicha can do to Trent. That's a good matchup, man. Who's my favorite player ever? I have 3 names. Ronaldo is my first favorite ever footballer. Ronaldo got me into the sport. My favorite player to watch ever was Neymar. And I also just love Wayne Rooney. But if I had to edge it to someone, pause. If I had to give the advantage to someone, it would probably be CR7. Yeah, it'd probably be CR7. I love Neymar, man. I love Neymar, bro. I'll never forgive Fred for that 2022 World Cup. And I'll never forgive that Zuniga guy for breaking his back in 2014 World Cup. Criminal, bro. Or if Villa got Asensio, what's Unai cooking? Potentially Felix too. Well, he's not cooking anything. He's trying to get a draw Felix. Liverpool have too much PMP in midfield. And man, she wants to talk about pace and power, bro. John Evans, dog. Zaire Emery, dog. Vitinha, dog, bro. Trust, bro. Liverpool have the height, though. Liverpool definitely have the height in midfield. Liverpool, I know people don't want to hear it, but Hansi Flick is Pro. Yeah, I mean, very similar, but obviously Hansi Flick is just better at coaching an attack, and he also just has better players. Mazraoui has almost played. Shout out Mazraoui, man. Obviously, the wing back has been terrible, but the wing back version has been terrible. But I know what my eyes saw with the fullback and right center back version. Trust me. The third greatest Moroccan ever. First is Al-Kabi, second is Al-Rabi, third is Mazraoui. No. Thiago was not better than De Bruyne. Peak for peak, De Bruyne is so better. Okay. I'm just thinking about Neymar, man. What y'all think about Neymar or Santos? I'm happy but sad at the same time because it should have been so much more. It should have been so much better. But you know what they say though, no place is like home, man. Obviously, Neymar's legacy is never going to be what people expect it to be. But if he can win Santos like a Copa Libertadores, if he stays that long, then, bro, that's just honestly, that's just as important as winning a Champions League, bro. Because he won in the Copa a decade ago. They've been pretty ass since he left. They just got relegated like 18 months ago. He comes back and he wins in the biggest trophy in South America. That'd be crazy, but yeah, man. Al-Kanoushi is Moroccan. Came from Belgium Academy though. 2026 World Cup will be there, man. The last dance. Yo, Vinny better rise, bro. Vinny, I better see good performances. Rodrigo too, man. Rafinha. Don't be washed by them, bro. Yeah, they won the second division. They finished top, so they'll be back in the first, man. Oh, bro. Who the hell cares, bro? How high, man? They're more than better, bro. Greg, do you think the level of football will ever return to previous heights in terms of quantity of high quality players? I don't think we'll ever see the individualism that we saw back in the day because of too much coaching in the system and stuff like that. But this next upcoming generation of footballers, I think, is the best probably since then. I think they're better than the 2010s one, the ones that came through in the 2010s and stuff like that. Because I do think there was kind of like a stall period in terms of that. Like you barely saw, like really, other than Mbappe and obviously a little bit of Haaland, like the 90s kids, bro. Other than like the Pogbas and stuff like that, obviously when they stepped up, but there was a gap between like the 95 to like 98 babies and stuff like that. I do think the next upcoming generation, though, I think there's a lot of geniuses. There's a lot of talented players. So I think football will be fine. It's just about those players getting the right moves to certain clubs, them getting the freedom to express themselves. Like for example, Lamine Yamal, bro. He's got to end up making it as one of like the special ones, bro. Because to be that good at 17, bro, special. You have the Arda Gulers, you have the Yildizes as you run this another talented player. You have your Amad Diallos, you have your Erwin Yeris, you have your Lewis Kellys, you have your Zaire Emerys, you have your Endricks. You still have Vinny and Holland. You still have Jude. You have Cole Palmer. Like, yeah, man, I think there's a lot of players. So, yeah, bro. Big up. Big up, Dark, bro. Shout out, man. I think the individualism will come back, the culture system. Yeah, I do think so. Another thing is, though, I think physicality is really becoming important in football again. You see Pep talking about, like, unironically, Iraola system at Bournemouth is becoming the go-to. Like, you're seeing the physical, like, how important physicality is becoming than technical and stuff like that. And I think that bodes well for football. No more tiki-taka and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, man. Spurs have some really good youngsters. Bergvall, Gray Moore. Yeah, they do. Greg, I swear to God, bro, we got to move in for like an Arda deal this summer. I can't see Madrid, man. Yeah, I agree. Gotta wait for football to turn, but the next generation got me excited for footy to come back and stuff like that. Because honestly, in terms of football, like, ever since I started doing YouTube and stuff like that, actually, sometimes I hate watching the sport and stuff like that. Maybe also because United are fucking garbage. Doesn't really help matters. But I don't really watch as much. But, like, bro, I got to watch Barca when they play because let me know more. I got to watch PSG when they play. Dortmund now with, like, if Dortmund get Shirky and, like, or Carney, Shirky, final games, I'm there. Like, it's those guys that are gonna bring the excitement back to football, bro, because that's how it goes, bro. He also trialed, but Brexit rules. Gotta love Brexit. But yeah, man, we'll be fine. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it. It's still 2017 of you here. Andy, we probably didn't even hit 80 likes, but people are frauds. But it is what it is. For anyone new that subbed, I appreciate you. If you didn't sub, I don't know why, but it is what it is. Thank you for tuning in anyway. At least I hope you dropped the like button if you didn't sub. Super Bowl predictions. Go Chiefs, because I hate the Philadelphia Eagles with every single part of my body. And yeah, go Chiefs. Hope Saquon does well though, because I always wish the best for him. 83. It's not 5 and 100. Nonetheless, kind of terrible, but whatever. It is what it is. But yeah, like I said, if you subbed, love you. If you didn't sub, but you like, still love you. If you didn't either, I don't really like you, but I'm joking. But yeah, shout out Saeed for the raid. Shout out Cass and the Never Foul Boys for the raid. Shout out my favorite fraud Will for the raid. And yeah, United play Palace tomorrow. Quick prediction: 2-1 United. Amad Diallo goal. And who else is gonna score? Low-key Bruno. Andy, I'm from New York, so I hate every single thing about the state of Pennsylvania and the city of Philadelphia. I'm really excited about our young players academy and first team. United in the next 2 years will be a milestone. Here's hoping, man. Here's hoping. I'm looking forward to see Kendrick Lamar. Yeah, because I'm looking forward to seeing the Drake fanboy tears, to be honest. But yeah. All right. If you haven't liked, like. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. And yeah, just be on the lookout. I'm dropping a Nemo article tomorrow about players that are going back home. So we have that. Match reaction after the Palace game, of course. And then we go from there. Monday, new jobs. We're starting. So I don't know. We'll see what the new schedule looks like. But yeah, man. And then Royal Rumble starts in 10 minutes. Staffy's not doing a watch along. He's a fraud. It is what it is. I'll catch you guys later. Again, thank you for everyone that liked. Thank you for everyone that subscribes. Thank you for the raids from the boys. And I'll catch y'all later. Enjoy your weekend.